Welcome back to Scouse Farm. I'm going to give you a little walk up the side of the garden. So you've not seen outside on this point before, well, not much of it anyway, but I just wanted to show you because I'm such a kind, loving gentleman. I plant all of the flowers up here every year, and a lot of people comment on it when they walk past. But what I do want to show you is you'll see there's a gap here. See where they're all like trodden down and stuff, because some absolute muppet decided to dig out a portion of these and steal them, when if they'd have just knocked on the door I would have happily have given them some. But what wound me up, not so much the theft of some flowers, it was all here was just covered in soil, so it looked terrible in the morning. And originally I looked and I thought, oh, a cat's been in there digging, but it wasn't. It was someone who'd decided to steal the flowers. And I have had that before, because we've got a rosemary bush here. You can see there, this is rosemary, and underneath I just planted some spare strawberries and left them, and they were fruiting here. And so like the kids coming back from school and whatever, just they can pick off a strawberry if they see one. But when I first started doing it, these bushes weren't as big and the soil was more obvious there, and I planted like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 strawberry plants there, and I come out the next day and they'd all been taken. So there is there's an idiot flower thief knocking about round here, and the worst thing is they actually know what they're taking, so they must have recognized it as a strawberry plant, which means they're aware of gardening type stuff, and yet they still stole it. And for those who've watched my video, you know I do nothing but give stuff away all the time anyway, so all you have to do is ask. But in this bit here we've got, you can't see now, but there's still a few growing through there. That's Aquilegia. They do take over and they flower quite well, and you can see where I've pulled all the flowers out. But that looks good, nice and bright in the summer months. And we've got more Rudbeckia there, and you see the light green colour means the new growth is getting put on. And a little bit further up we have poppies here, but again they didn't survive this year, and some late sunflowers have come up which I've placed in. So we've got 3 there, and they might form heads, or in fact they will form heads, but we won't get much time out of it. But they've definitely come up in this plot, so that's good. And we've got some, what are the Japanese anemone, whirlwind, with the little yellow bits in the middle. They come up all the time, they're dead easy to grow. And then as you can see we've got poppies there, and these have gone to seed now, so if I shake this you should hear a little maraca sound, or not. And there's a bit in there, so these ones have a few little seeds in, and they'll come up because I've put loads of seeds there, so they'll come up next year. And at the back there was a lot of oriental poppies, but again they didn't survive this year neither. I think they might have got sprayed with a bit of weed killer from the council. So let's go back down, and what I want to show you now is the spring onions inside. So you remember from the recent video I planted some spring onions in August, and they'll be ready in April. So these spring onions here have been in about 3 months or so, so you can use them at any time really, and like chop them up into your salads. The wind has knocked it over a bit, but you've all seen the leek before. This is the flower head of the leek, so them seeds will be ready for harvest soon. And I'll come around now and show you the spring onions. But just look at the difference now. I've took those little spider's web things off. There's the spider's web there. That was just to protect the soil from the cats digging it up and using it as a toilet. But to give you a bit of perspective, you can see how tall they're getting now. They've been battered a bit by the wind, and when I was pulling all of the spider's web things out. But that's 2 rows of spring onion, and nearly all of them have come up, and that'll be great then for next year. So we'll have a full harvest next year, a whole bed full of spring onion. which is good. And then, as you've seen recently, the tomatoes are now starting to turn red on both the Alicante one, which is this one you're looking at now. There's red at the back there, starting to turn red at the back. These are like a standard size tomato. Load more under there, going red at the back. And the bigger ones are on this side. They're getting good. And then I've already harvested quite a few of these and given them away, but these ones are the cherry tomatoes, Gardener's Delight. And they always come up every year. They're grown very frequently by gardeners in the UK. And they're very, very popular. You can see a bit more red through the back there. And as is the case lately, you can see the clouds had nothing but wind and rain, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get a lot of ripeness on these tomatoes, but they will turn. And finally, before I let you go for the day, got a nice space cleared there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some garlic in on Halloween. It's going to put some garlic here to make sure there's something in all year round. And then the carrots that have already started coming up, I'll just let them go through winter and see if they make it through to next year. But these carrots, as long as there's something underground and it's not all top growth, they'll be getting pulled out soon. But I think I'm going to leave them a bit longer because I've got some good carrots in the back, which is quite ironic because I put some leftover seeds in poor soil and they've actually grown better than the ones I put in the bed that was designed to put carrots in. Such is gardening. So thank you very much for watching. That'll do you for the day. Please like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Help me get more followers, help me get more of these videos put out. So have yourselves a lovely evening, and I'll see you all again soon.